he stood unbroken. Kong proved.
In the shadows of legends rises SPB Cartoon.
Before there was Godzilla, before the Titans, there was Kong. A beast, a legend, a king born from the wild. He stormed onto the screen in 1933, shocking the world. Kong became cinema's first true monster king. The image of Kong battling mankind's machines became eternal. A tragedy carved into the history of film.
Decades later, Kong returned. In 1976, his story was reborn, echoing the fears and spirit of a new age.
In 2005, Kong rose again, larger, wilder, more human than ever. His roar shook the modern age. For nearly a century, Kong has towered not only on screen, but in our culture. A timeless icon. Behind the roar is more than brute force. Kong is a creature of emotion, strength, and cunning. He is nature's fury made flesh. A reminder that the wild still holds kings beyond human control. Each era gave Kong new form, but one truth endured. His presence dwarfs all, man or monster. To some, he is a god, to others a beast. Kong inspires both terror and awe.
Mankind has tried to study him, to capture him, to tame him. But Kong is beyond cages.
Every story of Kong carries tragedy. For no king can live in chains.
And yet, even a titan showed tenderness. The tale of Beauty and the Beast became legend.
His death was not the end. Each fall only made his legend rise higher.
From stop motion to CGI, each era reimagined him. But the heart of Kong never changed. The modern Kong was larger than ever. Not just a monster, but a titan to rival gods. Within his eyes lay emotion, pain, and will. He was a monster, yet also something more. Kong became the symbol of raw, unbroken power. A king not crowned by man, but by nature itself.
But the legend was only beginning. Beyond the storm lay Skull Island, the kingdom of the great ape. Guarded by tempests, Skull Island remained hidden from the world, a fortress carved by nature.
Within the storm lay a land untouched by time, a cradle of giants.
The very bones of the island spoke of death. Towering cliffs whispered of forgotten gods.
Its jungles breathed with primeval life. Every step carried mankind deeper into Earth's lost past.
Skull Island was as beautiful as it was deadly. Nature displayed its majesty and menace in equal measure.
Here, even the smallest creatures grew monstrous. Insects of impossible size ruled the forest floor. Above, predators circled the skies. To stray from cover was to invite certain death.
But the true terror of Skull Island crawled from its depths, the Skullcrawlers.
For generations, Kong waged war against them. The balance of the island rested upon his strength.
To the islanders, Kong was no beast. He was a god, protector, and eternal king.
The ruins spoke of a forgotten civilization, a time when Kong's kind ruled the land as kings.
But even kings fall.
Kong was the last of his kind. His ancestors bled to protect the island from endless hordes. Upon the cliffs he reigned, silent and watchful. Skull Island was not just his home, it was his throne. He was guardian as much as king. Through his rule, balance between predator and prey endured. Beneath the island lay secrets carved in stone, warnings of battles fought since the dawn of time. Some whispered Skull Island was more than a land. It was a gateway, a bridge to the hollow earth itself. The storms never ceased, shielding the island from prying eyes. A natural barrier, or perhaps a curse. Stories passed in whispers. The king was no mere beast. He was destiny, written into the island's soul. And so the legend grew. Skull Island was no myth. It was the kingdom of a god among monsters. With one roar, Kong declared his dominion. His voice carried the authority of a king and the fury of a god. With raw strength, he broke his enemy in two. It was not just survival. It was conquest. In 2005, his ferocity reached new heights. Against 3 predators, Kong fought with the fury of an army. Yet even in battle, Kong protected the fragile. His strength carried not only rage, but guardianship. The Skullcrawlers haunted his kind for ages, but Kong stood as their bane, delivering justice with his fists. Scarred but unbroken, Kong embodied resilience. His survival itself was proof of his kingship. Scarred but unbroken, Kong embodied resilience. His survival itself was proof of his kingship.
He was no mindless brute. Kong fought with cunning, turning the island's fury into his weapon.
Weapons bent to his will, amplifying his rage. In Kong's hands, even nature itself became an arsenal.
Forged from ancient bones, charged with Godzilla's fury, this was no weapon.
His might rivaled mountains. With every strike, the earth itself trembled beneath his hands. For all his size, Kong moved with shocking speed. A predator cloaked in the body of a god.
Every scar told a story of survival. Every wound was proof that no enemy had claimed his throne.
From serpents to skullcrawlers, Kong faced all challengers. Each one tested his reign. None succeeded.
Upon mountains of the fallen, his roar declared victory. The jungle answered to its one true king.
Beneath the fury lay compassion. Kong was more than protector of the island. He was guardian of life itself.
Few dared to challenge his might. Most fled before the fury of his fists ever fell.
As king, he was balance. Predator and protector. Fury and mercy entwined.
But beyond Skull Island, another king waited. The sea rumbled, and destiny prepared for. From the sea came the king of monsters. From the land stood the king of Skull Island. At last, their destinies collided.
The king of monsters wielded nuclear fire, a weapon that turned night into burning day. What Godzilla had in power, Kong answered with agility. Each moved a strike of primal cunning. To some, Kong is the embodiment of raw strength, a force of nature no man could ever conquer.
From 1962 to 2021 and beyond, their war endures. Kong and Godzilla, rivals eternal, legends immortal.
To some, Kong is the embodiment of raw strength, a force of nature no man could ever conquer.
Every king has faced tragedy. Each fall only deepened his legend in the hearts of humanity.
Yet beyond his fury, Kong is protector. He guards the fragile balance of nature, king and guardian alike.
Against gods, he stood unbroken. Kong proved that no throne was ever truly secure.
From Skull Island to Hollow Earth, Kong became ruler of 2 worlds. His reign reached beyond the storms, but his story is not over. The king may rise again, as new legends await their clash.
Kong, legend, protector, rival, and king. His legacy endures, unbroken, forever.